So the Dallas Cowboys in free agency 2018.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I got one question for you, Sean.
Yes.
What the fuck are your Cowboys doing? They haven't done anything.
Exactly nothing. They're not doing anything.
Your Dallas Cowboys, they fell off last year. Well,
that's a strong word there, buddy. We still had a winning record, 9-7, one game out of the playoffs.
They completely fell off.
Shut the
Dak
fuck
is
up.
overrated.
Oh, get the hell
Things
out
not
of here.
good. No, I'm just playing.
I was about to...
But your Dallas Cowboys, you guys need some holes to fill, especially maybe on the defensive side or whatever.
Linebacker.
You guys haven't made any damn moves this free agency, and there is a whole lot of guys out there you can go grab. There's some guys still out there that you can go get. What are your Dallas Cowboys thinking?
We're thinking that we have no money.
Make money.
We literally only have, as of right now...
You got Jerry Jones.
We have about $400,000 in cap space.
You can't restructure with some guys, you know. And hey, you know what? Let's get some cap space. Let's go sign some guys.
We have the paperwork already restructured with Travis Frederick, which is going to free up a little bit less than $7.8 million in cap. But we haven't done it yet because we haven't really come to agreements with anybody to really need to.
Why didn't Dez restructure?
Because Dez doesn't want to take a pay cut
and help out his team. Now I don't think. Now why wouldn't Dez? Why would Dez not do that?
I understand why, and I don't understand why at the same time.
Isn't he supposed to be one of the leaders in the Cowboys, or am I completely wrong on that?
No. Dez Bryant is the leader of the team.
And
he's one of the most. He's a veteran right now.
Now let's talk about Dez a little bit because I feel like his fucking talent is dwindling.
Everybody wants to talk about Dez right now.
Is that? Am I just exaggerating here a little bit?
Or no, you're right. You're right.
Is Dez Bryant on the downslope?
The last couple of years, he hasn't performed. Right.
So
a lot of it's been injuries and us being a run-first team. So that I'm not going to put it all on Dez.
Okay.
We all know the play calling last year was trash. Okay.
Okay. All right.
So I'm not going to put that all on Dez.
Okay.
Everybody I know everybody looks at him and is like, oh, his production's still not there. But he's still one of the top leaders since he came into the NFL in touchdowns.
Okay. Well, you know what? If he's one of the top leaders, if he's somebody who carries a lot of fucking, respect in the locker room, and he's, I don't know, still one of the guys.
One of the boys.
Right?
Yeah.
Then why doesn't he help his team out and try to restructure, get some cap for the Cowboys so that way they can get some more fucking players?
See, that's tough, man.
You got to step up as a leader, man.
I understand.
Tom Brady would do some shit like that. Other guys would.
I completely understand that, right? And I believe that too. But I can't get mad at someone not wanting to make his money. I can't blame someone for not wanting to restructure, right? Like, this is my money, and you're wanting me to restructure.
But again, like his performance.
I look at it both ways.
Okay, so he's a leader on the team, right?
Yeah.
And his performance has been the past couple of years.
But that's not all on him.
But a good amount, it has to be on him.
No. Come on, man. The play calling was trash last year.
Okay.
The year before, he was hurt.
But I feel like there's always excuses with Dez.
That's only 2 years.
No. I feel like there's been other years as well where Dez Bryant did like injuries or whatever.
Okay.
Like I feel like he's not Antonio Brown level. He's not a Julio Jones level where he can just be like, he thinks he has all this aura to him where he's like, I'm not taking a pay cut. I want I'm not gonna help out the team. I don't get that. I just
this is the issue though because. Like I said, Dez doesn't feel like it's his responsibility. Now, I agree. I think he should take a pay cut. I'm not saying he shouldn't. He should, but I can't blame a man that maybe might not ever get another max deal wanting to pass up on his money, right? I don't blame someone for that, but I do understand why he should take a pay cut.
No, you know why? Let me tell you why I think he's not taking a pay cut. He's not helping out the team right now. Because I don't think Dez Bryant is going to be a Dallas Cowboy for much longer.
You don't think so?
I think it's possible. Let me tell you something. During free agency, before Sammy Watkins signed with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Dallas Cowboys were interested in Sammy Watkins. So much so that they were willing to cut Dez and go pick up Sammy Watkins. Not to bring him onto the Cowboys to pair up with Dez to replace Dez Bryant. They wanted to part ways with him and get Sammy. They couldn't get it done. Chase went out and landed Sammy Watkins. So I think there's a huge rift there between Dez and the Dallas Cowboys. He's not going to help them out with getting more cap space. He's not going to help them out because they just are not gelling, man. I think this is a relationship that's going to soon be cut.
Thing is, though,
unless, I mean, what else can restore this, man?
But see, I think this is all generated because of our regression last year, right? Us being 9-7 from a 13-3 team. Because I look at it like this.
And you know what's funny? Even though y'all went 9-7, it feels like y'all did worse.
Oh yeah, because we're the Dallas Cowboys, and it's a lot more eyes, and we're scrutinized a lot more than most teams, right? So think about 2 years ago when we went 13-3. Okay.
Okay.
Was anybody talking about Dez production down? Did you see a rift in the locker room between Dez and them?
I think so. I know I was.
No, well,
fantasy,
we saw fantasy-wise, but I'm talking about, did people blow it out of proportion like they're like, oh man, y'all might cut Dez. Y'all should cut Dez. Y'all should get rid of him.
I wouldn't say it was massive at that point.
Did you see a rift also? Like, because we're talking about like all of the locker room, like between the GM. You didn't see that.
I kind of did.
But what? No. Nobody was talking about.
I felt like there was a disconnect between Dez and Dak. And
on the field, but I'm talking about on the sideline in the locker room. There was no bad blood.
Okay.
Right. There's no like tension per se. Yeah, they weren't connecting. Mm-hmm. But the big reason why.
Okay.
It's because we're winning.
That heals things.
Winning changes everything.
Yeah.
When you start losing, that's when everybody starts looking at everything and scrutinizing everything. And Dez gets really emotional. He takes everything personal. And that's a good thing and bad thing, right? It can hurt him in the sense of him letting it affect him on the field, but it also can motivate him. So it's kind of hurting good and bad.
Given his production, given that even in these 2 years with Dak, they just not gelling. They just don't seem like they're going to get on that same page. You know, I mean, you could probably still think that they will eventually, but it's been 2 years. I don't know. When's it going to happen? Given that the Cowboys were willing to part ways with Dez Bryant to go get Sammy Watkins.
That would have been stupid.
Do you think Dez Bryant is a Dallas Cowboy in 2 years from now? Is he a Cowboy?
Yes. I'm still going to say it because the fact that he came out and said, after everything, he said, Cowboys are my team. He grew up here in the Dallas area.
Then help your team out, Dez.
He loves Dallas. And Dallas wants to keep him around. Because even though his production's down, he still demands a safety over top. He still demands attention on the field. Okay. So, think about, I just want to throw this out there. 2 years ago with Dak, with Dez Bryant, Cole Beasley was our number one receiver. He had 1,000 yards and 100 catches. Your slot guy should not be leading our team. I'm going to put that on the play calling. Them not pushing the ball down the field, not focusing on that. Because we need another receiver on the outside to help out, open the field up.
Why aren't they feeding Dez? Why isn't the play calling gearing towards Dez? Do they believe in him?
No, it's because they always want to run first, and then Dak wants to check down. Dak, I think, also needs to develop his looking down the field rather than checking down so fast. Mm-hmm. That's in my opinion. And getting another receiver on the outside is going to help out with that. That's what our need is this offseason. Also, besides linebacker, is another receiver. Terrence Williams is not that guy. We see him drop passes all the time. Mm-hmm. We can get another receiver to open it up on the outside, help spread the field more. Mm-hmm. Dez will have a lot more to work with. Think about it. Who do you focus on
now
in the passing game?
Now, let's say that happens. That scenario goes down, and he still isn't getting the damn ball.
Then, of course, we'll address it at that point. But I think give him better opportunities. Okay. That's what I say.
Okay.
You can't expect him to be good when you have literally no other number 2 receiver over there. Terrence Williams is not a good receiver.
Now, first tier, free agency, first wave.
Yeah, we didn't get shit.
Come and gone.
We didn't get shit.
I didn't do nothing.
You're right.
In this second wave of free agency, there's still some guys out there.
Yeah.
Is there anybody out there that jumps out to you that you would like to have for the Dallas Cowboys? There's still Dominican Sue. Would you like him? I don't think he's even drawn interest with the Dallas Cowboys.
They, for a brief in the very beginning, said, maybe. But no. Because, first off, he's got a bad attitude problem. He's never been a good locker room guy. We have a young defensive guys, especially in the secondary. I don't want any kind of bad influence on them. especially when you're trying to develop a Jordan Lewis, W. Wuze, Anthony Brown, you don't want a bad influence. And I don't think he'd mesh well with some of these guys.
Right.
So, no, I don't want to.
And right before we started this,
Yeah.
you got a notification. Tell us about that.
So, I got a notification that Alan Hearns is visiting the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow. Thank you, Jacksonville. So, we have a chance to get a 1,000-yard receiver. Now, don't get me wrong, Alan Hearns has not done that good the last couple of years.
He got released from Jacksonville.
Yeah.
He had an ACL injury, right?
Ankle injury last year, I think ACL the year before. No. Was it?
So he's got some injuries too.
Yeah, last couple seasons he's had a couple injuries, yeah. So that might even help us out in getting maybe a cheaper contract for him, right? Mm-hmm. Maybe incentive-based rather than salary-based.
He's meeting with Dallas. Do you think he's walking out of that meeting, Dallas Cowboy?
I think he really could.
Do you want him?
I want him to.
You want him to be a Cowboy?
I want him to be a Cowboy because I want us another guy on the outside that can be a reliable source that's going to force defenses to cover. Because we see Terrence Williams dropping passes all the time, so defenses aren't really concentrating on him.
Yeah.
Get a guy on the outside.
So there was a move during this offseason that's going to affect your Dallas Cowboys going forward. All right?
Okay.
Andrew Norwell, right?
Yes.
He had a huge contract with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Him getting that money is going to mean that Zach Martin, he's going to get paid.
He's going to get paid. Zach Martin's been the best guard in the NFL the past so many seasons.
So let's talk about free agency going forward. I mean,
that's another reson why we've been so quiet
next
in free
year,
agency this year.
2019 is going to be...
it's going to be rough.
It's going to be rough for you guys. You guys have no money now. Yeah. Next year
we're going to have to figure something out because we got DeMarcus Lawrence, who we just franchise tagged, which we're still trying to get a long-term deal done, which we're hoping to do. But DeMarcus Lawrence is going to be an unrestricted free agent next year, which possibly franchise tag him again. I don't know. I don't know if you could do that with defensive ends. But we have Zach Martin and David Irving. Now, David Irving, we're probably going to get back on a one-year contract right now. But out of those three guys, I'm hoping we keep DeMarcus Lawrence and Zach Martin. But we're going to have to work something out.
Yeah, you're going to have to make some magic happen.
Yeah. But that's another reason why the Cowboys haven't done shit this offseason in this free agency. Because we understand we got to keep Zach Martin. Okay. Zach Martin's way too important.
Yeah.
And DeMarcus Lawrence, franchise tag him. Let's see can he do this again? Because he's only had one productive season. Mm-hmm. Can he do it again? If he can, then we'll give him long term. If not, let him go.
All right. Now going into the draft, this upcoming draft.
Oh God.
What are you looking for your Cowboys to do at 19 and beyond?
19.
What do you need to draft for this upcoming draft?
We need linebacker.
You need a linebacker?
You know, there's talks about us trying to go after one in the free agency. Maybe Navarro Bowman, I think, is still a possibility. But
defensive tackle?
D-tackle De'Aaron Payne is right up there. I really, really want Roquan Smith. Roquan Smith.
He looks good.
I don't think he's going to fall to us at 19. De'Aaron Payne from Alabama, that's an option.
And what about
a safety.
guard?
We need a safety.
Oh, I was going to say guard.
Well, we're in talks with a couple linemen. I think from the New England Patriots linemen. And, I can't remember his name.
It wasn't Will Hernandez fraternizing with some Dallas Cowboys?
Yes, Will Hernandez said that he wants to be drafted as a Cowboy because he loves the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But
you're saying safety?
Our dire need, yes, guard is important, but our dire need is D-line, linebacker, or defensive line. Or safety.
And if you guys don't land Alan Hearns, even if you do land Alan Hearns, you guys need to draft a wide receiver in this draft.
Yeah, I was projecting either we get a receiver second or third round, depending if we can get a good guard second round, maybe, or go receiver.
Who you like? You like Moore? You like
DJ
Chark?
Moore? I like Chark. He's a little bit short. I want a bigger guy.
You want DJ Moore?
I want DJ Moore. He's a big, fast guy that can take the roof off. That's what I want. I want a guy that's going to command a safety to go over top of him and not have a safety up, down, low on Zeke or over the top always on Dez.
Okay,
that's what I want.
Well, we'll see what happens in this upcoming draft, man. We might see a role reversal here. We could probably we've been killing it this offseason, and we can kill it this upcoming draft. Your Cowboys.
No. My Cowboys are not going to fuck this up.
Cowboys might mess
My Cowboys have been killing it on our draft picks the last so many years.
Oh.
We're not going to screw it up this time.
This time, the draft will be at my house, and it's going to be Sean that's going to go down in the draft.
And I'll be
Cowboys.
like, this wouldn't happen. We did it in my apartment
With the blinds.
That's better. If we mess this up,
Oh, I hope so. That would be so awesome. But
I might cry.
that's Sean's and I's take on the
Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys offseason. You heard it here. He's a Cowboys fan. He follows the Cowboys. A lot of comments, a lot of questions for us about the Dallas Cowboys and their lack of moves this offseason.
Yep.
Yeah, there's other things to look at here. You know, you got, like Sean was saying, you got to look into next year's 2019 free agency. You got to be ready for that because Zach Martin's going to get a big
Key
contract.
players coming up. Key players.
We'll see what happens with Dez Bryant. Sean thinks he's going to stay a Cowboy. I think he's going to leave. It's getting uglier and uglier with Dez, I think. But we'll see what happens with Dallas Cowboys. We'll find out what happens in this upcoming draft. Sean, is he going to rage or
we're gonna kill it. We're gonna do so good. We're fine.
But
Relax.
we want to hear y'all's thoughts about the Dallas Cowboys. And fuck it, we'll see what happens.